View the following program in its entirety with Xfinity On Demand by selecting Get Local and choosing All HS Sports. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
Welcome to Wilmette, everybody, for the CN100 Game of the Week. Today, the final game of the regular season takes place as a Catholic League Blue battle as Providence takes on Loyola Academy. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jim Blaney, along with my Hall of Fame partner, Jack McInerney, and this is the last little bit of business before the pairings get finalized around the state, and the state playoffs begin last week. Two teams with their positions are pretty well set, Jack. Providence is going to be a 6A, Loyola is going to be a 7A, and even if they win today, they will likely open up on the road. But it's all about momentum right now. Providence had it in the beginning of the year. They were really playing great. They've run and slowed down a little bit over the last few weeks of the season. Would have liked to recapture that momentum they had earlier.
Well, that's true, Jim. And the thing is that right now Providence is what they used to be years ago when they were in the state championship games for all those years. They run the ball down your throat. But the thing is, nowadays, you got to have a little more balance. And they haven't had that. They've been running the ball extremely well, but they don't pass it for more than over 100 yards a game. And you cannot do that very well in these kind of games.
Meanwhile, for Loyola, it's been a surprising season. They began the year ranked as high as number 2. They ran into some problems for a while. It was even kind of iffy if they would get into the playoffs. They've righted the ship, and they're going to be in the playoffs, as we mentioned. But, Jack, they would love to have a win over a quality opponent, which is something they really don't have in their resume so far this year, and build a little momentum going into the playoffs, because I think they qualify as this year's, boy, I sure hope we don't get Loyola in the first round.
Well, for a team that's been in the state championship game for the last 5 out of 7 years, to be right at this point right now at 5-3, they are struggling. But part of that is due to the fact that they have had no consistency whatsoever at the quarterback position. The starting quarterback was hurt in the first ball game, and now he's back. And so they struggled with inconsistency during the middle of the season, and maybe now they can get it back going into the playoffs.
Gavrick will get the call, trying to go right side. Ball came out, and the Celtics trying to run after it. And they were the closest guys to the football, and picking it up is Michael Alvarado, and he will return it for a touchdown. No flags on the field, no indication the play was blown dead, and from the 30-yard line, Alvarado returns the football, and Providence takes a 6-0 lead.
Wow. They were trying to decide who was going to pick it up. That thing was bouncing around on the far side of the field on Providence's side. Finally picked it up and took it in 35 yards for a touchdown. And these are the kind of plays that make a difference, obviously in playoff games, but also in big games like this. He just coughs the ball up here, and it is just bouncing all over the place, and everybody's trying to get it and kicking at it. Still bouncing. Good job right there. Takes it into the end zone for the score.
Third down and 5 here for Loyola. They trail 7-0 to Providence. Fallon plants and look. He has a wide open time to run here and has a block in front of him from Caban, and Fallon takes it all the way inside the 25-yard line to the 23. He was finally brought down by Anthony Krupin. It's a 19-yard gain.
Just a good job right here. I don't think he was going to throw it at any particular time. They had trips to the wide side of the field, which pulled a linebacker out of there, and they had a split at the bottom, so it really opened up the middle. He did that fake just to get those defenders to drop further back, and then Fallon took off. He's done a nice job of leading Loyola thus far.
Handoff, Martis. And bounced it, stays alive, has a first down, trying to run away now, and finally takes it to the 35-yard line before he's finally brought down by Michael Byrne. Biggest offensive play of the day, 16 yards for Providence.
This is just really a heck of an effort right here. You can see they've got him nailed right at the line of scrimmage, but just a good surge there. 175 pounds, runs with good power. And that was their very first down of the ball game thus far. And it was a big one and a good one.
And Lombardi does not get the ball. Fallon rolls out. Booz on a stop route, came back. Fallon wants the bundle. He has Collins open, and he makes the catch at the 1 foot line. 51 seconds to go, 43-yard strike, and Loyola knocking on the door to take the lead before halftime.
What a great job by Jack Fallon, showing the poise and maturity to look down the field. He was originally going to run, stops, sees him coming across the field, and what a great catch under double coverage right there. Great concentration by Artie Collins.
Fallon, quick throw. Rory Booz, can he make a move to get away from Countryman? He did. Booz goes into the end zone. Touchdown Loyola. Is it? Yes. What a run after the catch by Rory Booz.
Well, we talk all year long about how critical it is the yak, which is the yards after catch. And this is just a great job of catching the ball here. Good move. And then he cuts back, gets into the end zone. And that's where you really have a good football team, when those receivers not only have great hands and run great routes, but they can run with the football after they catch it. And that's exactly what Rory Booz can do.
To view this exclusive Xfinity TV programming in its entirety, check the CN100 schedule for a list of airtimes, or view this program anytime on demand by selecting Get Local and choosing CN100. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.